filed murder, conspiracy to commit murder, torture, conspiracy to commit torture, and kidnap on the Micah Holsenbeek case against Matthew Queen and Bailey Despot.
We have a case where you had the Bakersfield the three mothers, and one of the mothers is the mother of Bailey Despot, who's been charged in this case. What you're alleging, help me here, is that Bailey Despot and her then boyfriend, Mr. Queen, kidnapped Mr. Holsenbeek, took him to a garage or somewhere over in Laurel Glen, kidnapped him, and then tortured him, and then killed him. That's what's being alleged, correct?
Absolutely correct. That's exactly what we alleged.
Are you filming me right now?
Yeah.
Bailey was so, she was just starting life, trying to figure things out. And then she just started hanging around the people like I didn't know. And then that's how the whole thing started in say February 2017. I started, going off kilter. She wrecked her car, lost her job. She's like, Mom, I've lost everything. It doesn't matter. I got her the Victoria's Secret perfumes are in here that she liked, so she still hasn't got it opened up. Does this seem weird?
Not at all. You're doing great.
In March and April 2018, there were these three crimes that really rocked the Bakersfield, California community. So 2 disappearances and a murder, all of adult children in their between 20 and their 30s. James was murdered in a drive-by shooting, which may or may not have been connected to the other 2 crimes. Unfortunately, some remains were found in the Kern River, and DNA evidence concluded that those did belong to Micah. Bailey, however, is still missing.
I don't know if Bailey will ever be found. I hope so. I mean, of course, I hope that she's alive and they'll find her and she'll be able to tell her side of the story.
I will always remember the call that I got. Went to bed around 10 p.m. and at 1:15, James's brother Ryan called me to tell me that James had been shot. For a moment, I thought it was surreal. I immediately called his brother to come and get me. There was caution tape, and I went up, they wouldn't let me through. And I just started screaming. And then I got a call from Ryan that James was dead, and then I really lost it.
Maybe a year and a half before Micah went missing, his relationship with us as parents became more scattered and erratic and angry. His personality just changed dramatically, and he was very paranoid, and he was worried. It was so sad because we didn't believe him. We suspected that he was missing was the last week of March. We started getting phone calls from individuals who knew him, who had spent time with him, and they couldn't find him. He wasn't answering the phone, which was absolutely unlike him. And then on, I believe Easter was on April 1st, and that was the day that we decided we had to file a missing persons report. In August of that year, human remains were found in the Kern River. Coroner's official told us that it was Micah's that had been recovered in the Kern River. We didn't know where Micah was or that he was alive or dead, and then they confirmed that it was not an injury that he could have survived.
I don't know why this is just a scarf she left. It doesn't smell like her anymore. I realized she was missing the 25th when she wasn't responding. I didn't get the fake text for a couple of days later. And I forget exactly what it said, but it said something like, Mom, I had to leave, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I didn't believe, and I knew something was very, very wrong, because that's not how she talked. I had all kinds of suspicions. I thought she had been, sex trafficked somewhere or killed. I just gotta find her. I don't think I could be one of those moms who goes on forever and not knows whatever happened to their kid. They just disappear.
There had been no arrests or no prosecutions. Any of these three cases that are known as the Bakersfield Three, the odd thing that caught the public off guard was that we filed against one of the Bakersfield Three for killing one of the others.
It's nice up here. It is. When Bailey was charged with Micah's murder, my first, everything is very much a shock at first, and our first conversations were really about, he alluded to this. Maybe she was there. And I've said early on, if Bailey were here in front of me, I would have some questions. There are things that I would like to know. But she's not. And if she was hurt, and if she's no longer with us, then Lance and I believe that she has paid the ultimate price for any knowledge that she had or any participation. So that's how we process that.
You would think that the police charging Bailey for the murder of Micah would have torn these moms apart. And what's really inspiring is that it didn't. They've continued to support each other and work together to get justice for their children, to try to find Bailey, to determine how these are all connected. The moms are still so close, and it's really inspiring to see how they didn't let this drive a wedge between them, and they're still supporting each other and they're still helping each other.
This is a group that you would not want to be a member of, but once you're a member, you're there for life.
You're connected forever.
You're connected because we have a 24-hour-a-day open policy with each other if we're having a meltdown or a moment. And what's been brilliant, how I believe God has had it, is we usually don't all melt down on the same day. There's two of us.
Oh God, that would be terrible.
We usually, one of us is strong, and somehow we will gravitate to that person and hold each other up. It brought us moms closer together in some ways, helping each other through this.
I could not have coped without the support of the other moms and their families. They've become very important to us.
I couldn't have done this alone.
And, there are no winners in this. Our hearts go out to all those parents. It's really hard. The mother of a defendant, the mother of a victim. And of course, Bailey's whereabouts are unknown and unaccounted for.
How does that make me feel? Bailey shouldn't have had to have paid a price, because I know my daughter would never do that, and Micah shouldn't have had to pay a price.
I want Jane to find Bailey. However that looks, I want her to have a sense of... I want Jane to be able to bring Bailey home.
Whether she's a victim or on the run or whatever, we are searching for answers. And if anybody in the public has any information that they feel more comfortable coming forward, we'd really, really appreciate even a call to secret witness.
The bigger story that this narrative highlights is really the story of these three mothers and their strength and resilience and supporting each other even when they each have so much going on, they each have so much heartbreak, but they have enough room in their heart to fight for the other one, to support the other one, and at the end of the day, the three of them are really standing tall together.
It's a horrible journey that we're on, and we wouldn't wish it on any family ever.
I miss him every minute, every second of every day.
I will never stop looking for Bailey until I'm able to bring her home. So that's what, that's when it'll end.